First and foremost, I would like to give all the honors and praises and glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, Baisham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bahar Kwadash, and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe. And few, I mean a very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in hopes of being saved within these last days, because we are truly living in the last days of the last day. So without further ado, we're going to get straight to it. And this lesson's come to mind, this topic has come to mind. Do not look back. We're going to go into a lot of chapters, different chapters. Don't look back like Lot. What happened to Lot? We're going to read it. What happened to her? Don't look back. This is vital, right? And when we're talking about don't look back, it's in a spiritual sense and the physical sense as well. When the Lord tells you to move, you move. Okay? So we're gonna start off on Genesis. Okay? Gonna do quite a lot of reading. Mhm. And we're gonna go to Genesis. Mhm. And when Abraham was given a allotted part of land, also his nephew Lot was given a land. Guess where it was? It was on the straits of Sodom and Gomorrah when they were given that land. Okay? So let's keep that in mind, and we're just gonna go into it now. Right? Listen to this. Right? This is Genesis 18. Right? And we're gonna jump straight to this. Check this out. 18 and 20. And the Lord Jehovah said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, because their sin is very grievous. Okay. I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. If not, I will know. So what does it mean he will go down? Right? What does this mean? This means he's going to send the angels down, right? That's what he does to inquire. hmm And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord Jehovah. So who were these men that turned their face towards Sodom? You know, these were angels. It's going to later expound. 1 verse 23. And Abraham drew near and said, would I also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Pre-adventure, there be 50 righteous within the city. Would I also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee, to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not thy judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord Jehovah said, if I can find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord Jehovah Shai, which am but dust and ashes. Pre-adventure there shall lack 5 or 50 righteous. Would I destroy the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 45, I will not destroy it. Hmm? And he spake unto him yet again and said, pre-adventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord Jehovah be angry, and I will speak. Pre-adventure there shall be 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it. If I find 30 there, and he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Pre-adventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the 20's sake. And he said, oh, let not thy Lord Yahweh be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Pre-adventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the 10's sake. And the Lord Jehovah went his way as soon as he had left, communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. Now the Lord, obviously this was an angel, right? When he's talking about the Lord and so forth, this was an angel. Mm. So it says, and there came 2 angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Okay. And Lot came in the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing them rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. So this is by this time now, the angels are already have arrived. hmm And it says, he said, behold, now my lords, turn in, and I pray you into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. Or in other words, they wanted to stay there, but abide outside all night. So keep this in mind as well. You may be in a certain location. If you're of the elect, there's angels there, also seeing and looking upon that land or that particular place where you are. Don't think nothing goes unseen. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, right? And it says, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Okay, they did eventually eat. All right, check this out. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. So, oh my God, these were the evil men of Sodom. It said they compassed the house round about. I don't want to keep bringing it up. Don't this say sound similar to gang stalking, right? And gang stalking, you have all types of people, but mostly you also have sodomites that are part of gang stalking as well, right? The gang stalkers, they're children of Satan, right? Most of, not all of them, most of them, right? So they compass the house, bro. Don't you see that within the program? You see people circling the block, right? And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them. So, oh my gosh, what does it mean, bring them unto us that we may know them? They wanted to have sex with them. Okay, perverse, right? And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. And he said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you. So this man had enough wisdom to say, look, I got two daughters. Deal with them instead. And do you them as good as in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. Because once someone comes under the shadow of your roof, you're in charge of them, right? It's like when you go to another area. Someone looks out for you. They're underneath your um your jurisdiction, your guide. And they said, stand back. They said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now we will do worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, violent, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. The angels, when it says the men, these were angels, by the way. And they smote the men that were at the door with the house with blindness, right? Both small and great, so they were wearied themselves to find the door. So the angels, they put the blindness upon these men and women to struggle to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, haste there any besides son-in-law? This was the time though where they had to get up out of there. And thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh sent us to destroy it. Okay? So remember, the cry went up. It's waxing great. So this is what I keep telling you, brothers. You may be living in a certain place where is you feel like, and this ain't to boast, you feel like you're the only one there that wants to do the right thing in terms of righteousness, and everything around you seems to be wicked. The angels see that, okay, and they can mark a territory for destruction. But as long as you're there, that place ain't gonna be destroyed. As long as you're there, a lot of what people are gonna start saying, oh, he's arrogant. No, we're not arrogant. The scriptures show you these things. All right? And check this out. Because the cry of this place has rose up to the heavens, right? And check this out. All right? Check this out. Now, this is all scriptural. This is all scriptural, man. And it says, bring them out of this place. For I will destroy the place, because of the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord. And the Lord have sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons in law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord Yahweh will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons in law. They were not taking it seriously. And when the morning arose, and the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife. See, this ain't no joke. Get up and take your wife quickly. All right? Take thy wife and thy two daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. I've told you there's certain places where there's a lot of demonic activity. And the Lord, sometimes He wants you there, but sometimes it could be for a season. Sometimes He don't want you there. We're gonna expound later. And it says, while he lingered, the men laid hold on his hand. He was lingering there, man. He was just lingering there, probably just sitting there, didn't know what to do, probably just sitting there. Okay. So the angels had to take his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters. And the Lord Jehovah being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad, he said, escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay down in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. So he gave them time, and not said unto them, oh, not so, my lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and has magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape therefore. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, also that I will not overthrow this city for which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape therefore, for I cannot do anything till thou become therefore. So the angel, right, could not do anything until you got onto the other side, right? Hast thou haste thee to escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar, right? Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar, right? So obviously it was evening time, right? When the Lord Jehovah reigned upon Sodom and Gomorrah, are you listening? Right? What do you think he reigned upon it? Huh? What do you think reigned upon Sodom and Gomorrah, brothers and sisters? Huh? Brimstone and fire from the Lord Jehovah out of heaven, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. So the wife, she looked back. She turned into a pillar of salt, which is still there today, right? The pillar of salt is still there. Sodom and Gomorrah is still there, but guess what? It's it's sulfur. You can go there today. It's bits of sulfur. Okay. And it says, and Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord Jehovah and looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah and toward the land of the plain. And behold, lo, the smoke of the country went up as smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities. He mentioned Lot well. Oh. So you see that right there, right? You see that, right? You see the warnings, brothers. The warning, right? The Lord warns his men. Now, further expounding on this topic is she looked back. We're gonna go to Luke 17. Now, we can learn a lot from this. All right, and it was exceedingly wicked as well. Anybody knows about Sodom and Gomorrah now? Pillar of salt is still there today. You can visit it today. It's just sulfur. The buildings are still there, but the buildings are shaped with sulfur. All right, so let's go to Luke 17. All right, this is Luke 17, and we're gonna jump straight to. Check this out. Listen carefully. Excuse me. Luke 17 and 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so should it be in the days of Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. They were doing the same thing. So it's the same thing today. Just because you see people building, drinking, it doesn't mean everything's okay. Right? The Lord wants to deal with the root matter, the root problem. You got people projecting. You may come into an area and you got people that will go silent and start projecting. Judgment's coming, man. You ain't gonna be able to hide it. You ain't gonna be able to project. Ever it is you're projecting, and the angels already know who you are, what you do. And it says, but the same day that Lot went out to Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. We're reading Luke, by the way, 17. Even thus shall it be in a day when the Son of Man is revealed, but this time it's going to be with nuclear fire, and them nuclear missiles are going to have the fire and brimstone upon it. In that day, in he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in his house, let him not come down to take it away. You're going to have to just flee. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Some of you are just going to have to leave. You're not going to be able to take anything with you. You're going to have to flee. All right? So let's go to example of, and we're going to return back to this chapter as well, of so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. So we're going to jump to Isaiah. All right? I believe it's Isaiah 13. This is Isaiah 13. All right? This is Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldee's excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It says it. Now, Babylon is talking about America, right? It shall be when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch their tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But what beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and the owl shall dwell there, and satyr shall dance there. Okay, birds. All right. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons, right, in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come. Her days shall not be prolonged. This speaking about Babylon. So this is what this is going to be when the Son of Man comes. Okay. You see how we get into these precepts. Now let's go back to Luke 17, right? 32. Remember Lot's wife, right? As it says, right? Remember Lot's wife. Are you doing that? What happened? She got turned into a pillar of salt. Whoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. You got to be in the mentality, bro. You're gonna have to. There's stuff you're gonna lose in the physical. Whoever shall save it. Yeah, it is you trying to save your life. You're trying to save it. No, bro. You got to know when to let go, and your house is gonna give you the warnings. It's gonna show you what to let go of, right? It's gonna show you what to let go of, bro. There's a reason. Now you're looking at things now. You know, in this journey, you're seeing the people that were removed for you. Why? Because they already looked back. You can't look back at your wife, your child, business opportunity, ancient lands. This is why I always say you move forward. This is why I say this. Let's read this again. Whoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. In other words, when it says lose your life, not so much physically, spiritually, you're dead to the old person. You can't seek to go back to what was familiar. Many of us seek to go back to the familiar. We know because the familiar is comfortable. I understand. The familiar is comfortable, right? It's kind of scary when you don't when you're going through the unknown, when you don't know what's gonna happen, right? I understand that. But you can't seek to save your life here. You gotta step out on the new. Whatever it is you're in an environment that you know is demonic, and you trying to look back, or you've left certain people and you're trying to look back. Bro, you gotta move forward. Listen? I tell you, in that night there shall be two men in one bed. The one shall be taken, the other shall be left. Two women shall be grinding together. One shall be taken, and the other left. Two men shall be in the field. One shall be taken, the other left. You see? So we're in them times, brothers. Now looking back, Lot was turned into a pillar of salt. What was she looking back to? The things of the world. Her life back then. You gotta have the mentality of, listen. Well, you're not taking nothing with you, bro. Them attachments are not good, man. The less attachments you have, the better, right? The less attachments we have to this world, the better. Told you things are gonna get serious out here. Things are getting serious already, right? Already, and it may hurt you a little bit because you you had certain people that were around you, but you got to look at it. Why did Yahweh Shai remove certain people? Why were certain people removed from you? You know why? Because there were certain conversations that were had in secret that you weren't aware of. That's why these people were removed from you. Because there was conversations that were had that you weren't aware of, that the Lord Yahweh saw. That's why. And that was our own protection. A lot of the times, let me say this. The protection is, the isolation. A lot of the times, that's protection. That is protection, brothers. Because there's been conversations that have been had that you may not be aware of. You may be aware of them now, but you was not fully aware of it. Okay? So this is deep, brothers. This is deep, deep stuff. That's why we got to stay tuned in to the Holy Spirit. Be attentive. Yeah, you want to be in that place where there's not too much noise around you as well, so you can hear the voice of the Lord Jehovah Shai. It's heavy stuff, man. Yeah, we know there's also been people that have been sent our way, witches, warlocks. Some of us are dealing with that. You have witches, warlocks. You have jealous people that have sent warlocks on assignment, narcissists on assignment. That's another topic. But I want to stay on this topic. Let's go to Matthew's 19, and we're gonna jump straight to verse 27. When answered Peter said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? We forsook everything, right? We forsaken everything. Okay. What are we gonna receive? Are we gonna get anything? Right? And it says, and Yahweh said unto them, Verily I say unto you that which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, you shall also sit on the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife. What does this mean? That means there was going to be a separation within families, right? Now Abraham, interesting, Abraham, he was raised in where? He was raised Chaldee, right? You're of Chaldee. But guess what he had to do? He had to leave his father's house. You know that, right? He had to leave his father's house. Why? Because his father was into idols, man. The idols of Chaldea. So Abraham, that takes a lot of faith. He had to go into a spot where it was unknown, right? How many of you have stepped out into the unknown? New territory, don't know no one there, but you're stepping out into the unknown. That's how opportunities are presented for you as well. Stepping out into the unknown. Not the familiar, not what's comfortable. You may be put in a certain place, I've told you, for a season. Could be a year, could be 2 years. But the reason you were put there is to basically rebuke and deliver certain, those that need to be delivered, and move on. That's why you were put there, man. Okay, but not to stay there, right? So let's see what else we got. Baba Kishore. So it says, or children or lands. So some of you even forsaken children. I don't know, a lot of you are family men. You love your children, right? Or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold, shall inherit everlasting life. You know that, right? You're going to receive that. You're going to receive everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So those that are first in this kingdom, they're going to be last. And those that are last are going to be first. So it's better that we're last here and first in the kingdom, rather than first here, then last where? In the kingdom. Right? This is spiritual, man. Be ready to let go of things, man. Don't ever get too attached to anything you're not ready to let go of, man. Real talk. You gotta be ready to let go of it, of a snap of a finger, bro. Don't get attached to this place, bro. And that's one of the major tricks of the enemy right now. Right? It's a major trick of the enemy to get you attached to the things of this world. Because if he can get you attached to the things of this world, he can get you attached to him. It's a trick. It's a trick. Let's see what else we got. See what else we got. Do not look back. Oh, do not look back. Don't go back to the same place where there was the pain, where there was the suffering, where you had to learn again and again and again. Do not go back to that. This is where the narcissists get you. That's where the narcissists get you. Oh, see what else we got. Some heavy stuff, man. There's some heavy stuff. And the scriptures do say also, for some have entertained angels unaware. Now, it does say when we were reading in Genesis, these were men that came to the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. So angels, they're not going to come to you with wings. Now, they have wings, but they're not going to come to you with wings. Okay, that's what you got to understand. Okay. Most of the time, angels are going to come to you looking like a homeless man or someone just casual. That's how they're going to come to you. So, yeah, there's plenty of angels upon earth that just look like regular men. Okay. And so forth. That's why it says some have entertained angels unaware. And guess what? The messengers are angels as well. Prophets are also angels as well. That's why when people come up against you, do they actually know what they're doing? The scriptures, some have entertained angels unaware. Ever is a man comes to your city to check it out and you treating this man all types of wickedness. There are people they don't discern, bro. Mhm. They don't discern these things, man. That's why it says, be more ready to hear than give the sacrifice of a fool. Because they consider that they don't consider that they do evil. Have to consider, man. A man comes into your town, you treating this man like rubbish. You don't even know he's there. He's sent there by the Lord Jehovah Shai to test you, also to test you, to see how you're gonna act. There are a lot of people end up failing the test, man. End up failing the test. You end up doing all types of manner of wickedness. There it is. Here it is. This guy's an angel, and there it is. You try to do some witchcraft to a man that's an angel, right? Madness, bro. Madness, man. See what else we got. This is heavy, brother. This is heavy stuff, right? Don't look back to this world, man. Right? So also, we got Matthews as well. Stay focused, stay zoned in. You're supposed to be more focused than ever now. Than ever, brothers, man. I'm not supposed to be negligent of these things. Listen, when Yahabasha's nearly he's gonna get us out of here soon. Just hold on, bro. The devil's trying to listen. The reason why you're dealing with the opposition, the reason why you're dealing with so much opposition, is because the enemy knows if you continue, the breakthrough's gonna come. Right? He wants you to think. He want. He wants you to think you're down bad. He wants you to think you're down bad. You're not down bad, bro. Let's go to Matthews 24, right? And we're also gonna go to. Hold on, just a minute. Now you know what? Let's leave that. Let's leave that. Let's go to Peter's. Peter's comes to mind. Get your mind in the right place. You're feeling weak. Pray for strength to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, give me strength. You think you're lacking in faith? Pray for more faith. Yeah? So we're gonna get Peters. Okay. Bear me just a minute. We've got Peters. Okay. You have to bear me just a minute. It's heavy, heavy, heavy stuff, man. And stop putting yourself. I just want to say this. Stop putting yourself, because yeah, that's up to you, in environments that don't deserve you, that don't really appreciate you. They're only there to try get something off you or use you. Yeah, we don't need him. We don't need him. Yeah, they don't need you because they can't use you. When Satan can't use you, that's when you're gonna see all out warfare. All out warfare. What do you think they mean when they say you're useless? That's Satan, bro. He can't use you anymore because you've been delivered. So he's gonna. This is where the narcissists come in. Look, bro, this is deep. Let's go to Peter's. Mhm. I'm looking for a particular scripture on Peter's where it talked about Sodom. Here it is. This is First Peter's 2. And we're gonna jump straight to 5. Check this out. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of ungodly. Then after that, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. That's what it was turned into. Condemn them with an overthrow. He overthrew that city, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So that city had to be made an example of. See, Yahushua, yeah, he makes examples of cities. He can, that's why when you're dealing with, when some of you are dealing with cult members and you're in a particular place, I said, don't fret about that. Do the work. If need be, remove yourself and watch Yahushua work his work. But you can't be there if you're in there. How can he bring that judgment if you're in there? You see what I'm saying? How can he bring the judgment if you're in that place? Well, we can still, but you understand. You ain't gonna overthrow it when you're there. Mm? And it says, condemned it with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should live ungodly. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So there was filthy conversations had. Why? Because it was a filthy place. All right. Some of us are living in places where there's a lot of filthy people there, disgusting. Mm? And you have to hear their filthy conversations. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord Jehovah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. Just remember, he knows how to do that. Mm? And reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. You see? So yeah, he's reserving the unjust for that day of judgment. But as for that, guess what we got to do? You got to get out the way. Because sometimes you're blocking it. Sometimes you could be blocking someone's judgment because you're there, right? That happens, bro. Sometimes you could be blocking someone's judgment because you're there, right? Because you're there, right? So get out the way. Know when to be in a place and know when to get out the way. You gotta know when, bro. There's a place and time for everything. Yahushua's gonna give you them signs. The angels are gonna knock on your shoulder, right? The angels are gonna knock on your shoulder and let you know, yeah, you have to move now. Come on, bro. This is deep stuff. There's strongholds, certain towns, there's strongholds there, right? Come over here, Baba Kusha. Come over here, Baba Kusha. Like you got spirits, you got spirits out here as well, and you have to know how to deal with them according to the level that Yahweh has given you through the authority and through the power. Because sometimes, yes, I've told you, sometimes Yahweh has you there to build you up so you can learn new things now, learn new skills now, learn about energy, and you're also learning about the kingdom of darkness. Even though we're not into all that darkness, you learn about the kingdom, how they operate, how they do things, right? Energies, harvesting. You learn about that now. You never knew about all that stuff, did you? Now you know about that now. right? People trying to harvest energy because they ain't got long to live. Now you know about those things. Now you know about when you now you know when to dip out. See, learn it. These were things you probably never knew. Sometimes you're probably someone that just used to stay around and used to get your energy drained. You used to wonder why you were tired, why you were drained. Now you know because you had the wrong people around you. They were draining you. Those those people were draining you, man. They were sucking you dry. Okay, that's what they were doing. They were sucking you dry like a leech. Okay, but guess what? There's power in the words. So you got to stick by the word, the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul, and it is able to save your soul. Okay, stay in Scripture. Don't get out of it. Stay in the Scriptures. The Scriptures. Submit yourself to the Lord Yahushua. Resist the devil, and he will flee. Baba Kishah. Right? We're in them times, Baba Kishah. We are in them times. How you over there? You want to listen to some Bible? You want some Bible? You, are you sure? You sound like you need some of this Bible. Come over here. Come and listen to this Bible. Baba Kishah. So I'm not going to force it out for them. Baba Kishah. Yeah. Baba Kishah. Yeah, it's alright. So check this out. Because a lot of people are struggling with things.
Yeah.
Be still and know I am God.
Yeah.
You believe in God?
I used to, but then I sort of found myself. So
Yeah. Okay. Be still and know I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen.
yeah,
So we're living in a world where there's a lot of spiritual activity, and a lot of people they can become possessed. So the
yeah,
main thing is about deliverance.
yeah.
So what are you struggling with?
Uh,
Weed, smoking, drinking? Hmm?
I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Yeah. But just because you don't drink or smoke, it doesn't mean there still might be a stronghold somewhere
Yeah.
that we need them.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Guys.
Is it bad company? Is it a bad company? Well, you need to get the company that's more suitable. Where are you from?
Huh?
Where are you from?
What do you mean?
Where are you from?
Oi!
Where are you exactly? Where are you from?
What, like place?
Country, yeah.
Oh, London.
Okay, where's your father from? Yeah. Wow! Okay, so your father's Peruvian.
Yeah. I'll probably
That's
bump into you
heavy.
another day though.
Alright, stay safe.
You too.
And may the Lord Jehovah Shai heal you from.
Bless you.
Alright. Okay. Interesting. Our father's Peruvian. Okay. Alright. Brother Kisha. That's why, brothers, we also got to be out here and teach, man, and help the people, man. And now a lot of people need deliverance as well. That's why you're also sent for deliverance. Okay? You're also sent here for deliver. I can see she was struggling with something, man. You know? I can see she was struggling with something. So you need to also, you know, sometimes people struggle with things. Not everybody's just evil. That's another thing. Some people are struggling with strongholds, man. Right? You help them. I can see she was struggling. Even the demons fear and tremble. You know. So you need to give them the words, and that's what's going to help them. Right? The word is what's going to help our people and deliver our people from what? From whatever stronghold that may be. I saw she had a stronghold. It looked like she had legion. She was suffering from something. Maybe you don't need to drink or smoke to not have a demon. Internally could be issues. Okay. This is deep stuff. This is deep stuff, brothers. Right? That's why some of us were sent here. Right? Not to be used. Well, the prophets weren't sent here to be used. But the scripture said that, and they misused the prophet. Yeah, you got people out here that want to use you and abuse you. But no, we're not here to be used and abused by Satan. All right? Value your time. Yeah, bro. That's self-esteem. You have to see yourself as the creme of the creme. right? You have to see yourself in that way. As expensive, man. Precious. Mm? Mm-hmm. Precious. Mm? See yourself in that way, bro. Valuable, because you are valuable, bro. Or the Kingdom of Darkness wouldn't pay that much money just to watch you, which they are doing every day, by the way. They got a whole community. How you got a whole community watching a whole community? Well, it's really bigger than the community, but a whole community watching one person within that community. That's resources, brothers. That's resources. That's money. That's funding. Because you're valuable. You're valuable to the Lord, and you're valuable to Satan. Obviously, why do you think he calls you useless? Because he wants to use you. But that's what happens. He ends up using a lot of people, celebrities, then doing away with them, bro. I'm uncompromised, bro. I still got my soul, and I'm loving it that way. Still got my essence. Still got my essence. That's why people copy you, because Satan's a copycat. He's not original. Okay, hold on to this truth. Do not look back to anything. Whatever you were delivered from, don't go back to it. Now, you're going to get times where the enemy tries to get you back there, but you always got to go back to the scriptures. Okay? I know it's not comfortable, is it? The unknown is not, it's not supposed to be comfortable. A lot of the prophets, a lot of the men within the scriptures, they had to take the leap of faith. Go to places they've never ever been before. Okay? But Yahweh always made a way. Why? Because wherever these men went, they were still blessed anyway. That's another thing I'm learning. Oh no, you think you just have to be stuck in one place? No, no. If Yahweh is telling you stay in one place, then you stay put. Remember, be still and know I am the Lord Yahweh Shai. Be still. Be calm. When you're calm, you can trust in Yahweh Shai. You can't trust in him when you're not calm. You can't trust in him when you're unsure, when you're in doubt. That's why these people have been sent your way. They know you have something for you. Yahweh Shai. That's why they've been sent. I told you about the narcissists, the covens and all that. Right? The witches, the warlocks. And when you're around, they can't really fully do what they need to do because you're around. Right? You're around, so they cannot fully do what they want to do. That's why they're annoyed, because you're praying, and when you're praying, they've got all types of altars. They're doing all types of wicked stuff, and they do attack people, by the way. They're abusers, bro. Yeah, another thing, your covens are abusers as well. Going around looking for people to attack. So when you're around, you're praying, their altars are being destroyed. That's why they get angry, bro. That's why they try to get you moved out. Because with you being there, they can't really do what they need to do. Real talk. Real talk, and that goes for the occult as well. Right, let me just check the time. So we're going to shut off here. Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. Don't look back like Lot's wife. Yeah. Lest you get turned into that pillar of salt. And trust in the process, because Yahabasha, listen, there could be certain blessings that get blocked or delayed. Why? Because of certain situations. But just wait. Just wait. Okay? Do what you're still supposed to be doing, but wait. While you're waiting, you still serve the Lord. It's coming. Hope this is edifying. Until the next time, Shalom.